Want new electronic equipment? No problem. Buy this now and split the cost into 4 different installment payments. All this is made possible with Buy Now, Pay Later schemes. So what is BNPL? Buy Now, Pay Later. It's actually a financing option that allows you to split the cost of your purchase into smaller installments that you pay over time. How is this different than a credit card? Well, for a credit card, you swipe your card for a purchase, let's say $1,000, and then you need to pay this $1,000 when your credit card bill comes. Otherwise, you will incur high interest rates, and if you pay late fee charges. For Buy Now, Pay Later, that same 1,000 purchase can be split into, say, 4 different installments, so you pay $250 today when you buy the item, and your next cycle of $250 can be the next following month for the next 3 months. Wow, sounds like a dream come true, isn't it? Instead of paying that $1,000 upfront, you only need to make an initial $250, and you can take the product home right now. That's the reason why in Malaysia, as of 2024, there are 2.9 million active Buy Now, Pay Later users. Malaysia has a population of 34 million, which means 8.5% of the population is on Buy Now, Pay Later. Hi there, my name is Fran, one half of the Corporate Breakout Couple, and today in this video, I want to talk to you about Buy Now, Pay Later, literally buying your way into financial ruin. How come? Let's find out together. Before we continue, please like this video, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to our YouTube channel so that we can make more videos like that for you. It is advertised so heavily on standees in every shop that you go into, and you can't even escape it online because when you go shopping online on a Grab app or Shopee Pay, it's all available there. Buy Now, Pay Later is increasingly popular in Singapore and as well as Malaysia. You can hardly go anywhere nowadays, go into any shop without seeing Buy Now, Pay Later offers and installment plans. Why is Buy Now, Pay Later so popular? Well, it's because it's a smoke and mirror effect that allows the customer into thinking that he can actually afford something when in actual fact, he cannot. Take this guy for example. This is taken from a CNA article. He's a lift technician and he's been pressured a few times to make his payments for items bought under Buy Now, Pay Later. He also admitted that many of the things he bought like shoes, clothes and watches were left unused. In Malaysia, overdue payments for Buy Now, Pay Later stands at 4% and 1.3% is missing out on payments for more than 3 months. According to the lift technician, he said that Buy Now, Pay Later services were just too simple and it really made me spend on things that I didn't need. I'm not even sure if it was also a want. Thankfully, I've learned my lesson. The Buy Now, Pay Later is good only if you have financial discipline. The allure of being able to make purchases on the fly without the financial capabilities to do so have led some consumers in Malaysia to fall into a debt trap. One financial literacy expert tells CNA that he's seeing more consumers getting caught up in their Buy Now, Pay Later payments. Did you know that Buy Now, Pay Later companies are not yet regulated in Malaysia? That is very scary. Let me explain why. Now, for all financial institutions, if you have a gross income of below 3,000 ringgit monthly, you are limited to a 60% debt service ratio. So out of your RM3,000, 60% of debt, which is 1,800 ringgit, can be used for financing. Let's say you have a car loan and a personal loan, and then now you want to buy a house. It turns out that a commitment to buy a house will push your DSR to above 60%. That means that the banks will have to reject you. But imagine someone who has a low DSR but now has hidden DSR through these Buy Now, Pay Later companies because they still must pay the installments, and these installments won't be seen in the system. Therefore, the banks will say that you have no financing and no commitments, at least not what the banks can see. So they will approve this financing for you. So this person might have a false sense of financial planning since the bank approved his loan. On the flip side, Singapore has just unveiled its Buy Now, Pay Later Code of Conduct introduced by Singapore Fintech Association, SFA. The Code of Conduct promotes industry best practices by stipulating safeguards to mitigate the risk of consumer over-indebtedness. And as it turns out, in Singapore, it is the young, high-income earners which are using Buy Now, Pay Later. In this CNA article, Mr. Tan, a compliance officer in a fund management firm who earns 10,000 Singapore dollars a month, said that he uses S-Pay Later, a plan offered by e-commerce firm Shopee, and another plan, Atomi, to pay for purchases in installments. And he uses such payment methods only when they offer zero interest charges, as he is penny pinching amid the rising cost of living. It does seem like this Mr. Tan is on top of his finances, isn't it? On paper, it looks like he does have the money to pay upfront for his purchases, but he chooses not to, and he uses Buy Now, Pay Later to drag out his cash flow. Going back to this article, on this finding, IPS researcher Dr. Teo K. Kee said that high-income earners will have more liquidity in their bank accounts to use for different expenses than low-income earners and can spend more in general. To these high-income earners, they likely do not see indebtedness as something to be avoided. With a steady stream of income and savings, making purchases using these schemes likely does not incur additional financial risk and can be seen as a savvy thing to do. Buy Now, Pay Later plans would then seem to have the best of both worlds, the ability to buy something now without incurring any extra costs, as long as you make the payments on time. But of course, humans being humans, we often don't follow the rules, we don't often stick to the rules, and we often get ourselves into debt. So Buy Now, Pay Later often becomes Buy Now, Pay More Later. So why pay more later? Well, it's the same as credit cards, isn't it? It's really fun to swipe, 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 and then you get the purchases instantly. But many people forget that they actually still need to pay for the purchases later on. Same with Buy Now, Pay Later. You still are incurring the full charge of the purchase onto yourself. But most people just go, I'll just break it down into monthly installments so it doesn't hurt me so much. The danger here is when you have many stacked on purchases, you're putting on your gym membership, you're putting on your purchases for your new iPad, iPhone, you're putting on makeup, you're even putting on your restaurant bill on Buy Now, Pay Later, and when these are stacked onto it, you then have a huge monthly repayment and you go, my monthly salary is not able to cover them all. Credit cards are exactly the same thing. Let's say your credit limit is $10,000, okay? And then you buy something for $2,000. Did you know that you're supposed to already have that $2,000 sitting in your bank account before you swipe your card for that $2,000 purchase and not use your next month's salary to pay back the $2,000? That is exactly how people get into credit card debt. They're using future money to pay for current purchases, money that they actually don't have yet. If you know how to use credit cards properly, they are fantastic. They offer you cashback, points, air miles, and you can get lots of benefits when you use a credit card. However, credit cards can get you into huge debts because they slap on high interest rates, and if you don't pay your credit card bill on time, they also slap you with late charges. You know, banks are really sneaky. They love to slip in the credit card annual fee into your statement. And for those of you who don't check your statement diligently or even on a monthly basis, guess what? You end up paying for the annual fee unknowingly, when in actual fact, you can actually ask the bank for a waiver. Consumerism is defined by the never-ending pursuit to shop and consume. Examples of consumerism includes large shopping sprees that engages a large number of people. For example, Black Fridays and Cyber Mondays. And of course, now online, every month is a shopping spree, isn't it? You've got 11, 22, 33, 44, 55, 66, and it never ever ends. Another clear-cut example is the introduction of new phone models every year. You know, the new iPhone, the new Samsung phone. Do you really always need to be carrying the latest phone model? Yes, you can buy now, and it keeps getting easier and easier to keep buying new things now. But what are the prices that you're paying later? Some of the prices you end up paying is not just about money or financial numbers. With excessive spending, it can lead to feelings of guilt, shame, recklessness, anxiety, depression, and even anger at your actions. All these are actually bad for your health. mental and emotional, and not to mention your own well-being, because sometimes getting into debt can actually often lead to the end of relationships, especially marriages. Excessive spending can also set you back years on your retirement planning. It is an endless cycle of you working at your job to pay off your debts to only go back into debt a few months later, and then you end up working longer and harder, keeping you stuck forever in the rat race. Over what? Over the latest iPhone, a few fancy vacations to Bahamas or to Iceland, to Hawaii, some new shoes, fancy new clothes, and some fancy Michelin-starred restaurants? Ask yourself this question: when you buy, and you spend, and you eventually get into debt, are you trying to impress your friends, your family, and the people on social media? Ask yourself this very honest question. When you are in debt, the same friends that you're trying to impress, are they the people that will help you get out of debt? When you get retrenched or when you lose your job and you're heavily in debt, are these same people going to fund your lifestyle for you? It's a very bitter pill to swallow, but the answer is definitely a no. And guess what? Your friends are probably in debt themselves. You know, financial literacy these days is at an all-time low. And then you throw in credit cards and buy now, pay later schemes, all common sense goes out the window. This is the exact reason why John and I conduct free masterclasses on financial literacy, so that you can boost up your financial knowledge and make money work hard for you. Click on the link below to be in the mailing list to gain access to our Zoom webinars. Thank you for watching this video. I'm Fran, one half of the Corporate Breakout Couple. Please like this video, share this video to all your friends, subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you guys in the webinars. Bye bye!